Morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you're at. I am starving. How are you guys doing today? I didn't eat anything last night uh, before I went to bed. And I am just getting up. The house is a mess because we got stuff everywhere. And I'm hungry. I am hungry. Ms Charlene hungry. She haven't had anything to eat. So I'm about to fix some eggs. And some sausage. I'm gonna eat. And then we are going to go in the room we're gonna go in the room and work on the room today. Ms Charlene went to Home Depot and got some more paint. I told her to get 1 gallon of paint, and she got 3 gallons. I told her to get 1 gallon of paint. And she got 3 gallons of paint. She want to make sure that wall is painted good. So we decided to paint the ceiling the same color as the walls. I am starving, you guys. I am starving. Happy Sunday. How are you guys doing today? So today is day 2 of the bedroom makeover. Turning a spare bedroom into a closet. a walk-in closet, a huge walk-in closet. The room is almost 12 feet by 15 feet. The room is almost 12 feet, 11 and something feet by oops. Hi, everybody. Hey, Miss Kimmy. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Happy Sunday. I'm starving. I didn't have anything to eat last night. I only ate one meal yesterday, and that was some leftovers from Applebee's. Even though we have food in the refrigerator prepped, I still didn't take the time to eat anything. yesterday. So how are you guys doing today? Happy Sunday. I'm getting ready to go in the room and finish prepping. I was gonna work on the cabinets today. I was gonna work on a closet today. Miss Kimmy, what you up to this weekend? What are you up to this weekend? My back has been hurting a little bit. It's like I'm not sleeping comfortably. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I am not sleeping comfortably. Y'all already had lunch today or dinner? Is it dinner time for y'all? It's after 1 over here. Going on 2. I didn't go to bed till 5 this morning. No, 4. It was 4 something. It was 4 something. So I'm gonna sit and eat breakfast. And there's, yeah, I could sit right there, but we got clothes everywhere in the house. Ms Charlene have so many clothes, y'all. So many clothes. That room was full of clothes. So hopefully we can get the same amount of clothes in there. But she's gonna do a lot of purging. She's gonna be doing a lot of purging. So this is 6 eggs, some heavy whipping cream, and half of a stick of butter. We want lots of fat. I talked to my friend in Houston yesterday. She had me rolling as usual. She crazy. She crazy, we crazy. Y'all come on in and thumbs up the video. We got 43 people in the house. Double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up, and or hit the 3 dots at the top of the screen and then hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you're not subscribed to my other channel, Vanessa-VIPB Creations, subscribe to that channel. I'm doing the room transformation videos on that channel. I'm just going live over here and doing the monotonous stuff, showing y'all like the painting. Y'all do see the behind the scenes, but yeah, for the videos, the actual videos, make sure you're subscribed to Vanessa VIPB Creation. So I'm fixing something to eat for breakfast because I'm starving. Ms Charlene haven't had anything to eat. I haven't had anything to eat. I didn't eat last night. I did not eat anything last night. So before I get started and go in this room, because y'all already know I'm gonna be up all night long. I didn't go to bed till 4 o'clock this morning. So y'all already know I'm gonna be up all night, all night. I've been having some hot flashes, y'all. I've been having some hot flashes. Let me take this to Ms Charlene. Thank you, Lord. For this food we're about to receive. It ain't really nowhere to eat up in here. I could sit at the bar stool, but let's go in the room and eat. Let me sit on the floor. Oh, I need to get something to drink. Do I want a tea or water or orange juice? Let's drink some orange juice and some water. And hey there, Miss Renee. How are you doing? We got eggs, sausage, and cottage cheese, orange juice and water. How are y'all doing today? Is that Miss Tammy? Hey, Miss Tammy, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I think I'm gonna steal this room from Ms Charlene. This is a big room. This room is bigger than mine. She don't need all this room for no closet. I'm still in this room, y'all. Let me go let her know. She gonna be like, that's fine. Let me go break the news to her. What color will I paint the room? I started painting it last night. This is the color. But we have to put our second coat. And the closet in there with the shoes in it is going to be pink. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'll change my mind. But yeah, this is the color. And she decided that we're gonna paint the ceiling the same color. I don't know if we should paint the ceiling the same color though. I don't know about that. We'll see. We will see. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the second coat on the walls. I was gonna start in the closet, in the other closet over there, and do the shoe closet, but I think I'm gonna go and put the second coat on this wall because I got some new clothing racks that I bought. I got some new clothing racks that I bought. So we want to see, I need to see where I want to put them clothing racks. I need to fill some holes in. I needed to get some food in my stomach. I'm going to mess with Ms Charlene right quick. and tell her I'm gonna steal this room. Let me go put the plate in the sink. I need to make some water so I can clean that blind over there. And then we're gonna start painting and putting the second coat. Ooh, child, excuse me. Ooh, child, excuse me. I'll be right back, y'all, so we can get started today. I'm still in this room. I got the camera toward me, y'all. I told Ms Charlene I'm still in this room. And she said, I told y'all she was gonna say, that's fine. And then she talking about who gonna move that heavy ass bed? Y'all, this room is bigger though. This room is bigger. This room is a whole lot bigger than mine. She holding out on your girl. If you think I'm about to move this bed, ooh, child. Well, at least we wouldn't have to move it that far. You don't want to go turn the breaker off?
For what? The switch is up.
And?
You told us about it.
Listen, I'm going to tell you
that. You want to put that towel ladder on?
I'm telling you right now, if you get shot, I am not catching you, touching you. You don't want to turn the breaker off? I like to work with lights with the breaker off.
Take her.
Oh, Lord. Y'all hear her. She don't want to turn this breaker off. I ain't trying to touch nobody. I can't save you. You be shot. Good. It's got another thing over here. You get shot today, you just gonna get shot by yourself. Don't even try to touch me.
That's fine. Ain't that scary?
Don't try to touch me. That's just me. I believe
I don't know what you're saying. No.
I believe in say turn them all off.
You be kidding me, right?
No. I don't play like that. Mm-mm. I ain't trying to lose you today.
The power, the switch is off.
I don't care.
If the switch is on.
No. I don't believe it. I don't trust it. I don't. Nope. Turn all of them off. I don't care. We don't take them kind of chances. I don't care if you know what you're doing. Electricity is something you do not play with. It's too late after the fact to say, oh, I thought me ass. Who agree with me? Ms Charlene just want to turn the light switch off and cut this light down. Who agree with me that we should turn all the power off?
Did that light go out?
No. Oh, that's a good way to tell, huh? Who agree with me that we should turn all the power off? You ain't gonna have me holding no fan.
I don't want the video like that.
I know what you did. We ain't doing it that way today.
It's scary.
I ain't scary. You don't play with no electricity. I know a family that daddy was working on the lights and he got killed.
Well, he must have not been trained.
Well, he was under the house working on the lights and somebody, he had the breaker off and the people came home and they didn't know he was outside working on the lights.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, why the lights off? And they went turned on
That happened to me before.
they went turned the switch on and killed the man up under the house.
Well, that's when you have to tag out everything.
Well, then I think you should, because I'm about to get up there and paint, so you need to.
I'm getting ready to put some wire nuts on this.
Yeah, because I don't need to die today. Ain't no room. Ain't no room. Oh.
I got two circuits. One's for the fan and one's for the light. We ain't finna have it, but that's how.
What if you get another fan like in my room? You might?
I gotta go to the outside and get
You want me to put this fan outside the
get trash.
Can somebody else haul this stuff out today? I got work to do. I ain't got time to haul stuff out. Miss Kimmy say, yes, turn the power out. Miss Kimmy, I know that's right. she talking about scary cat. Girl, scary is running from a bear that's chasing you. Scary is not taking precautionary measures and turning off electricity so you wouldn't. I don't care what you did. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. And what you gonna do on my watch? You ain't doing it the other way on my watch. Ain't nobody gonna say, I shocked you to death. No. Look, Harmony. Harmony say, yes, Auntie, I agree. She say, I agree. Thank you for making her do that. Because we is not trying to be sitting up here talking about, we is not trying.
I need another word.
We not trying to. And I'm just standing there looking at you because I ain't touching you. I'ma just be standing up there. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, let it go, let it go, let it go. But I am not going. I can't help you. Miss Kimmy, am I wrong for that? I can't help you. I see you getting shot. I can't come to your rescue. I can't help you. I'm gonna just have to sit there and be like, go try to turn the light switch off or the power off, but I can't grab you. I can't touch you. Oh, she turned it off, y'all. She listened. She not like me. I'm hard-headed. I'm hard-headed. She listened. Huh? Yeah.
I got 30 years experience.
I don't care what you experienced in life. I don't even know where the key. It might be in the kitchen because I thought it was in here, but it's not. Did I bring it from out there yesterday? Did I lock the thing back yesterday? Girl, I don't know what I did. I don't know where no key at. I don't know.
Probably got a key.
Yeah, because I don't know where I did. Did I even lock the thing last night? I can't tell you where the key at. I don't know where it's at. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know. That was yesterday. Today is today. I don't know. I don't see it, y'all. Miss Tammy say, turn the power off. That's what I did. I told her to turn it off. She talking about, I know what I'm doing. I don't care. It's a lot of dead people that knew what they was doing. And I ain't trying to be one of them. And I ain't trying to see you be one of them. She got these light switches. She said we could paint them, but we not painting this. We gonna use this just like this. They could be silver because the curtains got silver and gold in them. I don't know what I did with that switch. Okay, y'all. Ms Charlene trying to be a daredevil today. She trying to be a daredevil today. You still right there? Okay, y'all, hold on. Okay, y'all, I need to make some water. I tried to turn the lights on in the bathroom. I forgot. I told her to turn the light off. So I need to make some water to clean that blind. I need to put some Clorox up in there. I changed lights out. I've changed lights out in my townhome before. I changed lights out at family members and friends' houses. But I always turn the electricity off at the source, at the breaker. At the breaker, I'm not no daredevil. Oh, what about it? Oh, a yellow one? I don't remember you having none of these last year. Yeah, look at this tomato. It's ripe too. Now why you coming over here? You want a tomato? I don't think you could eat no tomatoes. This came out of Ms Charlene garden. Cause I brought it in here. I say, we not paint these, we gonna use them like that. The curtains got gold in, silver in them. You need me to hold the lamp?
Of course not.
Don't be getting smart with me, girl. Don't be getting, of course not. Yeah, this one is almost too bright. Charlene, before you lay down, come here, please. Are you sure you want to paint the ceiling the same color? Or you don't want to leave it? You don't want to leave it white?
I don't care. I would have to go buy some white. I don't think we have any.
No, we don't have no white. But you sure you don't want to leave the ceiling white?
I mean, it's a closet.
Because the one day it might not be a closet.
So?
The trim gonna be white.
Okay, well, how much white do I need? A gallon?
Probably a gallon.
I'm gonna need some primer too.
I don't think we need no primer.
And you said some black paint?
Well, not right now. Not until I decide what I want to do over here. But the fixtures, the other clothing racks are black, so it'll be more cohesive if the other stuff that's gonna have clothes in them be black too.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the shelving and stuff be black.
Okay, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but I probably need some white paint. I can do that tomorrow if you don't feel like going. I could just do the second coat of paint today in here and then start in there.
That's fine.
And then tomorrow you can look at the paint. You ain't got to mix nothing up because they already got it, the glitten. Why are you dark in here? Okay, now I started cleaning this yesterday, and I cleaned it a lot. It was really dusty and dirty, but it still is looking. Maybe we clean some more. Got some Clorox in the water. This is a nice set of blinds, so we don't want to change it out. This is like wood, so we're just gonna clean it real good. We trying to keep this project, Ms Charlene. Like she said, this is just a closet. But it's not just a closet. I want the closet to be nice. She don't care. I want the closet to be nice. And she just like,
It's just a closet.
but we're going shopping for the closet this week. We're gonna go to Davis one day. So we can see what we can find. It's just gonna be a closet, y'all. It might not be all extravagant and everything, but it's gonna be better than it was, but still not trying to spend a whole lot of money, and it might be have some upgrades later on. So it seems like the blind may be stained in some spots. I'm gonna take a little Ajax. Let's see how this Ajax on here, but it's stained in a little some spots. Because the sun just been coming in this window. Let me see if I can get a little Ajax here. If the Ajax don't get the stain off, we just gonna deal with it like that. It's gonna be behind some curtains anyway. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have the shears on here as well. I'm trying to see if the Ajax that's a lot of work. I ain't trying to do all this work. I think we just go wipe this off and call it there. Let me turn your fan back on, y'all. Having hot flashes. So let's turn the fan on. That's you, Charlene. I'll see that you. Can somebody throw that stuff away? The fan and the trim. And the curtains that you have in your room, the sheer curtains, do you have any more of those? I was thinking, now, I mentioned to you about taking that door off of here, and I'm thinking those mirrors, come on here. I'm thinking about taking that door off because the door keeps you from using that wall. So I'm thinking about taking the mirrors, the two, and put the mirrors over here. So like when you try on the shoes and you have your outfit on, try on the shoes, that's what you're doing all that. Anyway. We're going to be shells on all the walls. Huh? We're going to be shells on all the walls. All the walls, including the one that I was thinking about. If this ain't gonna be enough, know you ain't wearing no heels nowhere. Every time I think Mama Pauline has an addiction to shoes. Ms Charlene is a hoarder too, y'all. All of my friends are hoarders. My friend in Houston is a hoarder. Let me know in the comments if y'all are a hoarder. All of my friends are hoarders, but we're usually organized hoarders. We're not the kind of hoarders that be on TLC. Huh? I had to get ladder, but it's kind of in the way. It was kind of too deep. So I did use this one to get up there, but I might need that bigger one to seal it. Yeah, that 8-footer is, the one I got right there is a little too long to use. But I mean, it wouldn't be too big. It was just getting that light last night. Not at the light not there no more. It'll probably be alright. That the nails gonna bust the bag open. You just need to put that in the dumpster. Them things got nails in them. Anybody want to clean with me today? We're cleaning, prepping, redoing a room, remodeling a room. It's a lot of prep work, especially when you're trying to reuse and repurpose stuff. And sometimes you have to put some elbow grease in it. You know, you ain't got to spend no money on it. But you got to put some elbow grease in it. Save money, but you take the time to clean it, reuse, repurpose. Blinds are expensive, and this is some nice blinds now. These are some quality blinds. Even though they're dusty, they're expensive, it'll be expensive to replace these. And why replace these with some cheap blinds when you can just clean it? So sometimes when you got a DIY project, you need to repurpose what you have already to save money. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to repurpose some things. Some people don't know how to get a new look and a new design with some older stuff in their house from another room. I used to watch that show, Ms Nash, where she come in people's houses and transform their house with new stuff, garage sale finds, some stuff in their own house. You have things in the other part of your house that would work better for a specific area. You might have to just move it around. Clean it up, reupholster it. That's why I love shopping at thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets. And I love taking stuff that other people threw away, like this blind. Somebody would took this blind out and threw it away. And they spent a whole lot more money to get a new one. And I just take it cleaned up again. I've done that before. I went to people's houses and they were throwing away stuff. And I took it. And then when they come to my house later, they be like, where you got that from? And that's so cute. I be like, I got that off your trash pile. I remember when I changed my sister's lights out in her house, she brought all the lights. And I took this light down. I went in the room
I get it from? I say your house. Your house, that's not the same life you gave. Y'all got from you. Yes, it is. Same, one and only. Be envisioned, be purpose. Getting a new design or a new aesthetic is not always about getting new items. It's about re-envisioning, modernizing what you have. Sometimes people get rid of classic items for this cheap particle board stuff. I don't agree with that.
dirt stain. I don't think we're gonna move this off of here. What you looking at? What y'all doing? I'm working on my new bedroom. This room bigger than mine. I'm moving my stuff over here. She don't need this big old room for no closet. No, I'm not. I'm girl, ain't nobody about to move that big old bed. That bed is too heavy. this brown over here, yellowing with the Ajax, but no one's not working. It's stained. It's clean, but it's stained. This we know is clean. Okay, let's go with that. It's clean. I need to clean all the doors, all of the molding, while I got this Clorox water here. My shoestrings be coming outside. And I don't blow time until so I'm gonna clean the doors. And then clean the doors and the molding, and then I'll start painting. But anyway, that's how the blind look. It's stained in a couple of areas from the sun. Hey, Miss Rachel. Hey, Miss Candace. I was taking a break. I stopped by and see how far you come on the project. I'm gonna be up all night again, so y'all can check in on me. All day. Come back later if we got to leave, and I'll still be here. The doors don't need painting. They just need to really wipe down the paint. Now the crown molding needs painting. The doors, off, they're really dusty. Sometimes you gotta put a little elbow grease and stuff. Hey, Miss Sierra. How you doing? I'm gonna take this door off because we want to utilize this other side of the wall.
one in the middle at the bottom. Ooh, this thing is really
like it's that hole in that ground. I don't know why y'all took that wood. Yep, that's where he was comfortable at when he was cool. It ain't gonna come out of that one bill. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that outside of that other one. You're gonna have some shears over them anyway. They ain't gonna be showing. Okay, y'all, we just took this door down. So this door is gonna be open like this. It's gonna be pink in there. And yeah. Ms Charlene came and got that screw out. So I'm about to put the second coat of paint on the wall. I guess I'll start over here on this big wall, put the second coat. I'm gonna go get my phone charger out the room. Y'all not dead yet, but we still need to charge. Okay, y'all, let me run to the bathroom right quick. bathroom. Now I'm about to get a snack. We're gonna take a break. Okay, y'all, I'm taking a break. Ms Charlene gave me a bribe. She bought my favorite cookies from Dollar Tree. And she bought me some tea the other day. She bribed me. She brought me some cookies back yesterday, talking about, here, you some energy. Ain't that a hot mess, y'all? Talking about, here's some energy. What I need energy for? So I can stay up till 4 in the morning working on this room. Smart woman, smart woman. What you doing up in here? Yeah, you don't smell your scent up in here no more, huh? I done mopped the floor. She come to the door sniffing. She don't smell her scent up in here no more. I'm gonna eat one roll. What are y'all doing today? It is 3:51. Almost 4 o'clock. The tea that they make at Applebee's